And welcome back, YouTube. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood, if I do say. What do the men on the fence say? They say it's awfully nice out here today on a Sunday. What do you say? Let's go ride around, see what we can find. Unfortunately, it was a little windy the other day, and it seems to have taken my umbrella. So we need a new workspace umbrella. That's on our bingo card for today on a Sunday. Actually got a little weight to it. I thought it was a dryer. A little windy out today. There's two Mr. Scrappity sized refrigerators, but this is the very first street. And we've already found what we found. That sized refrigerator to me is around $20 to $25. But yet it's going to take up a large portion of real estate. Wagon real estate, that is. And you know what they say? Location, location, location. That said, we know the location of these two Mr. Scrappity sized refrigerators, which means they're not like double door guys and 7,000 pounds. Which means I'm not going to keel over trying to get them into the back of the wagon. But that said, since we know the location, we're going to go ahead and run this route. And since this is the first street, as previously stated, we will have to pass this area in order to get back to where we started from. I mean, we just have to. This is where I start. It's kind of like a big circle. Anyway, so that said, if we have room, perhaps, just perhaps, we may stop and get one of those on the way back. But I can't guarantee that because I don't know what we're going to find. Like I said, this is the first street. The first stop was a washing machine. It's half the cost of a refrigerator, but it takes up half the space. So I guess that's probably why it's half the cost. Anyway, or value, or whatever you want to call it. So little drive time, little behind the wheel type informatory action, and informatory would be where you go when you get hurt, right? Is it the informatory or is it the crematory? Anyway, some kind of tory. My oratory skills elude me. I'm curious. Curious if there's anything in the box. Nope. It's just a box. Gonna leave the little plastic toolbox. They're pretty faded. Open that door and the wind grab a hold of it. I don't know, you might not have a door. So we'll let the traffic go by before we try to jump back in the wagon. Anyway, something. We'll take the metally bits. Justin. I'm pretty sure it's Jason. Anyway, I saw Scoops. We're not the only ones out here. I didn't really notice. I don't think he had anything though. I know I don't have anything. I got a washing machine. A couple of faded out stools. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I got scammed. I got scammed on a Sunday. The fact the wagon says it's 72 degrees out here, and I'd say partially sunny. I don't know, overcast, sunny but overcast. The point is, like, I thought we'd be doing better, you know, and here we are, just not doing much. So I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I feel like we're getting scammed. But anyway, shout out to Scoops. Housekeeping. Wish it would go up a little further. There we go. Don't need that there. Does this feel like a fluffy stop yet? Kind of seems like one. But I'm just decorating. Oh, what a mess. Let's use some of this little twine. This gorilla twine. Could the fingers on these gloves possibly be any longer? The answer is no. They're cartoonishly long. Hey, that's not going to stay up there at all, is it? Okay. We got to get that down there too then, huh? See if we can use a bit of this since it's already here. Off with the glove. It's like a semi knot. I need some more string. That's not good enough. I don't trust that. It's just too windy today. So let's see if we can get one more piece of this little stuff here. How long is it? I cut short pieces. Relatively short pieces. That might be good enough. We'll just have to find out. Whew, it's windy. I'm gonna go ahead and get a piece of string while I'm at it. I'm gonna need it, I'm assuming here. Man, this shit gets tangled easy, don't it? Put it over on this side. Let me see here. No, that'll work. That one don't fit. I like aluminum. There went Rodrigo, or whoever, Jose's brother, whatever his damn name is, Ronaldo. I can't remember. Anyway, Geraldo on the scene. Point is, everybody's out, man. Everybody's out. I appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
Thanks, you too. Oh, is it sticky? Is it no sticky? I don't know. Some guy come walking out with look like part of a countertop. Maybe it's been chopped off or something. There's another refrigerator on this street. I failed to show it to you because I ain't picking it up. Not yet. I don't know. We know where there's two other ones at. This one's a little bigger than the other two. It's not a double door guy, but it's definitely a little bigger. I don't know. I got 341 on the timepiece. I mean, we could technically maybe make a second run, but do we want to come back and just fill the wagon up full of refrigerators? I don't necessarily know. And also, there's not really a guarantee that they would be sitting there. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to be sitting there. There's not a lot of guys that pick up the refrigerators. That's partially why there's 3 refrigerators sitting out still. But you never know, you know? Never can tell about these things. We jump out here when that traffic goes by. She's guard dogging. Oh, be good. There we go. Coach. Housekeeping. What's going on here? That is real brass. I can tell. What is sitting on up here? Let's see. Stay. Let's see what we got here. Kind of a mess of road are we working with. I cannot tie it with these stupid gloves on. "14-inch fingers" here. You know what they say about a guy with 14-inch fingers? They say he's a real fucking oddball because he has 14-inch fingers. Well, we got weak strings, that's for sure. That'll keep the filing cabinet from sliding around. This will keep all that garbage in the wagon. Let's go find some more garbage. Got a few Debbie boxes there. I don't look like the normal mountain, but I'm gonna assume possibly there's something in a couple of them just because they're not all blowed away. Perhaps. I don't know. We'll get out and have a peek, I guess. There's definitely some Debbie. You stay in the wagon. Debbie. Some Debbie. Some Debbie. Some Debbie. There's some Debbie. Those feel empty. I don't know. Maybe we can move some Debbie. He's got little Debbie eyes. Yeah, I could tell just from the shape of the boxes that there might be little Debbies in there. I'm just saying, if you know, you know, right? I didn't even need to use my hammer to get them in the van. I'm just saying, if you know, you know. Do you know? I think a lot of people know. According to his comments, he really took a beating. Some might even say worse than the piano. Anyway, I bet I could have got $50 for it. There goes Scoops again. I saw him picking up some kid-like furniture or something there. I don't know if that's sales or is that usable material. Anyway, point is, we found some Debbie. We ain't seen no pianos. And I've yet to, you know, try to wrangle a refrigerator into the back of the wagon. I almost think I'd rather pick up a piano. For being in the Ohio River Valley, we see a surprising amount of sharks. Yeah, busted. And that's where I want it. Find me a little piece of thread here. I got one in here somewhere. I think this is 2. This might be 1. I don't know. A little knot here, Russ. Hey, we got it, Sparky. Let's see. Where do I want it? I want it over here. I hate these gloves. Will we just tie it to this one? And then maybe bring it back through the top. Something. Yeah, we might as well get a piece of thread. We know we're gonna need it. Well, I imagine we're gonna need it. I don't know we're gonna need it. Actually, I know we're gonna need it. I can tell we're gonna need it just by the shape. It's shaped like a grill. You guys think it's a grill? I guess we didn't get totally scammed on a Sunday. We're finding a few things. It's awful windy today, but that'll ride. I like it. Packing and stacking on a Sunday. Let's see. We're probably gonna need another piece of string. I am going to apply another piece. Just too gall darn windy out here today. Galled darn windy. Gosh darn windy. It's very windy out today. But I believe that's good. Let's find some more garbage. What's that? I don't know. Looks kind of messy, but it looks like it's got a little weight to it. You know what they say, if it weighs, it pays. They really need to start making aluminum trampolines. I'd appreciate that. Housekeeping. Got some good weight to them. Hey. I'll find a spot for it somewhere. These damn things are heavy. I did turn the wagon on. I figured this was going to take a minute. Not quite as long to do this as it takes to disassemble a piano, but it's going to take a minute. I ain't really seen one like this before. All these big thick steel, like what you call them? Under the pickup, you know? You could probably put 2 or 3 of these together and make you a nice suspension for a scooter. Only 7,000 more pieces to go. I was honestly trying to save a little spot for one of them refrigerators, but I don't know. This thing probably weighs as much as a refrigerator. Maybe even more. This is definitely a heavier gauge model. You think we got enough to go to the metal yard yet? I bet we do. It's gonna have to go on the side, ain't it? If it weighs, it pays. New guy, older bald-headed gentleman there in a golden Chevrolet. He had a pretty good load on, but he ain't got no rails nor anything, so he's just stacking and tying and stuff. So that limits your possibilities. When you limit the possibilities of your wagon, you limit the possibilities of yourself. We've had this discussion before. If you don't believe me, you can sit down and watch my playlist. Unfortunately, I don't have any playlist. You're just going to have to run back through the videos until you find the one where I talked about the possibilities of the wagon and ourselves. And when we limit the wagon, we limit ourselves. Let me back up a little bit from the stop sign here, just a hair, where people got room to get up there and stop anyway, but I shit you not. Oh my God. Well, what are you guys doing for about the next 47 minutes? You want to load the twin trampoline here? Wow. That's a lot of weight. Oh, buddy. They pooped it. We'll scoop it. It's a dirty job, but you know the story. Them bottom pieces might be aluminum. See the oxidization, the occipital lobe of the disation. Would indicate that might possibly be aluminum. It's still a station wagon, bud. Guard dogging. Oh, you be good. Gizzard. Has it even begun to squat yet? That didn't work. We got it. Wonder how long it took them to take it apart. It took them to took it apart. You think it took longer than it took us to pick it up? Is that just an empty box? How's that just an empty box sitting there in this amount of wind? Is that just recycling? It looks like it is, don't it? Yeah. Well, okay. Oh, it's a little windy. I got some nippers in here. Let me see. Let's turn that down just a hair there. These might work. Perhaps. Okie dokie, we got one side off. And I got the other. Put these back in the door before I forget. May need some of this stuff. We'll see what happens here. Is that door gonna stay on? Hey, get back here. I've caught a couple of them. A little rusty. Thick. If we move that lid, well, I don't see no refrigerators. But we got some grills and some trampolines and a few other things. I'm getting tired. Anybody else getting tired yet? 317 at the Wawa, in case you're doing that. What's the gas prices in your area? Also, Mark is cool and 317. Anyway, we're almost back. It's awful windy out here, man. I think it all made it. I don't know. Can you see anything back there? We put a string on just about everything. Anyway, the point is, on a Sunday. And when I said I bet I could have sailed that, I bet I could have sailed that. I see. I think I forgot to include the clip of we had some golf clubs and a Martha Stewart crock pot, and I think it was actually a Dutch oven. Same difference. What else was there? There was, I had some old-timey ceramic type vase of a thing. I had a Modelo beer sign. I got a lawnmower. Well, I had a lawnmower. Anyway, these are all things that probably would have been filed under P for probably could have sold that piano. Trampoline man, and we're back. And that's what I got on a Sunday. And it's been extremely windy today because my fences stopped doing fence type stuff. I knew it was getting weak, that's why I put that thing up there, but or no, actually that was to hold those. I don't know, either way, I gotta fix the fence now. And we're back. Boys on the fence say it's still pretty warm out here. Still might be windy too. I think we might try to move that as a fire ring. That is a fire pit. Those is aluminum. Same with that. Anyway, I'm going to send all this stuff as clean. Now these do have these little clothy things on here, but as you can see, they slide right off. So I may just bury those with that and leave it on there, or I may just slide it all off. I don't know. Either way, we'll take this as dirty. This probably would have went clean, but I'm just going to send all this in the morning, and then we'll do that later. Speaking of later,